Hey, hello folks. Today we are creating route tables from a script and a tasks, cloning, deploying route tables, verifying item potency, and then delete the route tables. So let's quickly go over the console right now. As you probably know, or maybe you don't, when you create a VPC in AWS, you get a route table by default. And this route table is different from all the other ones because the main says yes, always. So what we'll do here is create our custom route tables, and then we're going to explicitly associate the subnets to those route tables. In AWS, by default, if subnets are not explicitly associated to a route table, by default is going to use the main route table. So that is a big one to be aware of. And usually the only entries will be the local ones. But if by any chance you add more entries here just as a catch, that's fine. But usually if a subnet is not explicitly associated to a route table, it is automatically using the main route table. So just note to self. And here we are. You're going to have the link in the description. And we are going over route tables today. Same, if you've been following, it's the same setup. My projects are very simple. There's a build file. You have a deletion file, right? This is where what we use, the script that we use to delete resources. And we have the deploy file. This is more of a configuration file. This is what you use to deploy your resources. And we have the library and the log file. In terms of dependencies, as you know, the cloud, just in general, objects have to depend on something else. And the beauty in the cloud is that you have multiple objects interconnected, working together. In our case, a dependency for the route table, you need a Maendeleolab _ VPC project and the Maendeleolab _ subnet project. You need those projects at the same location with where wherever you're going to download this project to, that folder needs to have those two projects as well. So we are going to walk through. Let's copy. Before I do that, let's make sure I'm in the right place. Yes, I am. I'm actually not. I should be. Actually, I am in the right location. All right. You have cloned it. So what we need to do now is pretty much deploy the route tables. All right, so we are deploying route tables. We are deploying them in US East 1. So you have one there already, and the same for Oregon, US West 2. Here we go. Expecting another route table soon. So here in Oregon for the private, and what we've done is we made sure that we associated the two availability zones. Remember, each of the subnets represent an availability zone, at least in my case. So we have zone 1 and zone 2, okay, both there associated to this private route table. This is only for the private subnets. If I spin this once, yes, now we have the public. If I come down here, same thing, all the public subnets, subs, if zone 1 and 2, 1 and 2, they are both associated to the public route table. And of course, we haven't configured any routing yet, but that is something that we'll do in the future. If I come back to US East 1, same scenario, private has availability zone 1 and 2 associated. And for the public, same thing. We're looking good. Before we go further, now let's talk about what is happening, how this configuration file works. So for you, your focus is into this specific file. So these two files are the ones you want to focus on. So here we are. Of course, you have the regions list, US East 1 and US West 2. And here, what we're doing first is creating a private route table. This private route table, we have the name, VPC. We basically using tags. I will have a special content on tagging, in a cloud. But what we're doing now with this function, we are getting the ID of this VPC name. And this is how we're able to dynamically get the things that we need. So this particular route table is being created for this particular VPC. This is what this means. And then we explicitly associate the subnet zone 1 and 2 to that route table. So here we're making an association call. We are getting the ID of the route table that we created here. Again, we get the ID, and then we get the subnet ID as well that we want to associate to this route table. Region, so this is being done in US East 1 and US West 2. And then we do another one, same thing as this for the availability zone 1B. So that's the process. Same thing for the public side. We're doing the same exact thing as what I just explained. And it's very simple. So it's a configuration file. And my advice always is to leave this as it is, run it, see what it looks like, how it works, and then you can make changes as you please. What we've done so far, we cloned the repository, we deployed the route tables, and now let's verify idempotency. So idempotency is a big deal with these scripts. What we don't want is, if I decide to run the script again, what we don't want is to have duplicates. We don't want to create more route tables of the same name. So we're making sure that this script is idempotent. As you can see now, it knows that I found network dev 1 underscore private. Same thing for the public. And it keeps going. It does it for the other region as well. I should add more debug as far as the region. I probably should add more so that it can be more verbose. And there you have it. So we try to deploy the same resources we did. And if I come back here, let's make sure we still have the same amount of route tables. Nothing has changed. If I go to US West 2, same deal. Nothing has changed here. So this is good. This confirms that our script is working as expected. And I think as a bonus, I want you to see something that I'm going to do just now. I'm going to try to delete the route tables right now. That's what I'm going to do. And they are errors, basically. So right now, I should not be able to delete the route tables. And I'll tell you just why. Someone may already know why, but let's go over that. So right now you can see there the tables are not being deleted. And they are not being deleted because, and again, there's dependencies. We have subnet associated to this route table. So it is not going to delete the route table because we have these subnets associated. So what needs to happen is I need to take a step back. I need to go into the subnet project. At some point, we can automate this process as well, but I just want to show you because right now it's a journey. We're building things piece by piece, but eventually we'll come up with scripts to put it all together so that you can build everything using one command and not have to jump all over the place to do different things. But what this does, it gives us flexibility. So you have the option to go into a project, a specific project, and make changes. Make changes there as well. So here we are on the subnet, and on the subnet, I want to delete the subnet first. So here I am. Delete the subnets. So now we are deleting subnets. You can see US East 1, everything is gone. If I go to US West 2, yep, nothing there. So all deleted. Now, if I go back to my route table, right here, and I perform the same thing, which is to delete the resources. Now we are going to delete route tables because we no longer have any dependencies. The subnets are removed. Now we can delete route tables. If I come down here, this is Oregon. If I go down to the east first, you can see everything has been deleted. We no longer have any route tables there. And the same thing here. So we're looking good. This is basically confirming that our script is working as expected. This is good. We cloned the project. We deployed route tables. We verified item potency is working as expected. And we were able to delete. But just remember, if a resource has any dependencies, you can't delete it. You have to delete, remove the dependency, and then come back and delete it. So this is good. And so far, any of the resources that we've deployed in the cloud, they don't cost anything. So you can leave them. You don't have to use the delete scripts, but it's good to just use it just in case you ever need it. You know how it works. This wraps it up for us. This is all. We just wanted to deploy route tables using scripting. So hopefully this is fun for you, or maybe you're learning something new. Next is going to be about security groups. Until next time, stay focused, stay curious. Salut.